Chapter 1, The Forgotten Alley. Raj was no stranger to hunger. Born into a world where survival was a battle waged daily, the dingy alleys of Sutanagar were his playground, classroom, and home. His family, a small unit of 5, lived in a makeshift shanty at the edge of a sprawling industrial zone. His father, Ramesh, worked as a daily wage labourer, breaking his back for meagre earnings, while his mother, Aarti, took up odd jobs like washing clothes and cooking for affluent families in the nearby neighbourhoods. Yet, their collective efforts were barely enough to keep hunger at bay. Raj often found himself gazing at the local sweet shop where children with polished shoes and crisp uniforms devoured sweets he could only dream of tasting. For him, the world seemed to have been divided into 2 kinds of people, those who had too much and those who had nothing at all. "Raj, stop staring and come help me," his mother called, breaking his reverie. She was carrying a heavy sack of clothes to a nearby well. Though Raj was only 12, he was already accustomed to hard work. He dashed to her side, taking the sack from her small, calloused hands. "Ma, why can't we have a well of our own?" he asked innocently. Aarti smiled, her face etched with lines that belied her age. "Someday. Maybe. When you grow up and earn a lot of money, you can build a big house with a well, a garden, and everything you want." The thought made Raj's eyes sparkle. "I will, Ma. I'll study hard and become rich one day." But studying was easier said than done. Their local government school was underfunded and overcrowded. Raj shared a rickety wooden bench with 3 other boys, and their teacher, though well-meaning, lacked the resources to provide quality education. Most days, Raj would come home with more questions than answers. Chapter 2, A Glimmer of Hope. One fateful evening, as Raj was returning from a long day at school and helping his mother, he stumbled upon an old man sitting by the roadside. The man was dressed in tattered clothes but had an air of dignity about him. A collection of books lay scattered around him, their covers worn but inviting. "What are these books?" Raj asked, his curiosity piqued. The man smiled. "These are stories, my boy. Stories of courage, wisdom, and hope. Would you like to read one?" Raj hesitated. "I don't have money," the man chuckled. "Knowledge should never come at a price. Take this." He handed Raj a book titled The Boy Who Dared to Dream. From that day, Raj's evenings transformed. He would read under the flickering light of a borrowed lantern, losing himself in worlds where struggles were conquered and dreams realized. The old man, whom Raj affectionately called Baba, became a mentor of sorts. He taught Raj the importance of persistence, resilience, and the belief that circumstances could be changed. Chapter 3, Trials and Triumphs. As months turned into years, Raj's determination to escape the cycle of poverty grew stronger. He began excelling in school, often topping his class despite the challenges. His teachers took notice and started supporting him with extra materials and guidance. But life was not without its hurdles. One day, disaster struck when Ramesh met with an accident at the factory. With his father bedridden, the family's financial burden fell squarely on Aarti's shoulders, and by extension on Raj. "I need to quit school and find work," Raj declared one night. "No, you won't," Aarti said firmly. "Your education is our only hope. We'll manage." Raj started waking up at the crack of dawn to deliver newspapers before school. At night, he worked at a tea stall, washing cups and serving customers. Sleep became a luxury, but he never complained. Every coin he earned went towards his family's sustenance and his dream of a better future. Chapter 4, Breaking the Chains. Raj's hard work bore fruit when he secured a scholarship to a reputed college in the city. The day he received the acceptance letter, he ran home, tears streaming down his face. "Ma Baba, I did it! I got in!" he shouted, waving the letter triumphantly. The years that followed were a whirlwind of challenges and victories. College was an entirely different world, filled with opportunities, but also stark reminders of his humble beginnings. Raj often felt out of place among his peers, but he never let it deter him. He worked part-time jobs, continued to excel academically, and even found time to mentor underprivileged children in his neighborhood. Chapter 5, The Road Ahead. Years later, Raj stood on the stage of an auditorium, addressing a crowd of thousands as the CEO of a successful tech company. His journey from the slums of Sutanagar to the corridors of power was nothing short of extraordinary, but Raj never forgot his roots. He established foundations to support taught education for children in poverty and worked tirelessly to bridge the gap between the haves and have-nots. As he concluded his speech, Raj's eyes found his mother in the crowd, her face beaming with pride. "This is for you, Mum," he said, his voice choked with emotion, "for believing in me when the world didn't." The audience erupted into applause, but for Raj, the real victory lay in the quiet promise he had fulfilled to build a life where hunger and despair were replaced with hope and opportunity.